Started. For those of you that don't know, my name is Roy Jones, and I'm the Chief Development Officer here at Eckerd Connects. I have the wonderful opportunity of working with 140 different Eckerd programs around the country in 20 states. It is amazing when you look at the size and scope. Of course, the primary focus that we're working with are at-risk youth, usually between the ages of 16 and 24, depending on the state, and helping them break the cycle of poverty, change their lives, do amazing things. And we're going to hear a couple of those stories today. So thank you so much for joining us. It is my pleasure, and I can't tell you just how excited I am to introduce really a new friend to me, Antwon. We haven't had a chance to meet face to face yet, but I promise you, as this COVID comes to a close, I'm going to get out to see you and spend some time with you. But Antoine Gilden, he is a husband, father of three. He's been working for Eckerd Connects for about 2 years now. And before Eckerd Connects, he worked both in the both for private companies and in government. And he happened to do one thing that he really enjoyed as a basketball coach. Coaching basketball is where Antoine found his passion for helping youth. And when asked why, he chose this field and explained, I wanted to find a way to help young adults off the court. And I wanted to help them achieve their career goals. And Antoine started as a career coach and has now moved into a different role as a career specialist. And so, Antoine, thank you so much for joining us today. We so appreciate it. I'm going to give you a chance to speak in just a minute, but I'm going to introduce two of our guests and take just a minute here. First is Brianna Huggins, and Brianna is a single mother of three. She found Eckerd Connects. One second. She found Eckerd Connects when she was actually homeless with no high school diploma. Since entering the program, Brianna has earned her GED, her CNA certification, the nursing assistant, as she was hired at Advent Health, got her own car, found an apartment. Her next step is to go on to college with a goal of becoming a fully registered nurse. Brianna is determined to become a positive role model to her children and young children who end up in similar situations as she did. Brianna, thank you so much for joining us today. Next, I want to introduce Brandy Colbert, who is also a single mother of three children, and she knew that she needed help, but didn't know where to start or where to find it. But through our program, she's earned her high school diploma, secured employment with the Pasco County School Board as a long-term substitute teacher, and Brandy is now focused on her long-term goal of attending Pasco Hernando State College in May of 2021, also to get her nursing degree. Brandy, thank you so much for joining us today, and looking forward to hearing from you in just a minute. Well, team, I just am so excited about this session. I mean, what we do in workforce development just truly transforms lives. And Antwon, would you take just a minute and talk about your workforce program, what you do, how you impact these young people, and how you really come alongside them to help them change the trajectory of their life?
Fantastic. I just want to mention one thing before I get started. Brianna actually achieved her high school diploma. She reminded me of that today, not her GED. It was her high school.
Oh, that is awesome.
So I apologize, but I wanted to make sure that, and I told her I would make sure everyone knew that.
Oh, thank you so much.
And first and foremost, thank you so much for having our program on. I think that the two young ladies that we're featuring today are incredible. Just to go into a little bit about what we do, we help youth between the ages of 18 and 24 not only gain a career path, but also teach them how to create that path and how to achieve that path. It starts out after we interview and find the right candidates for our program. We take them through a course we have a great trainer that comes in, and he does an incredible job of teaching them how to do resume building, cover letters, interview skill sets, be preparing for interviews before you even, achieve the interview, learn how and where to look for particular positions. We help by purchasing workout clothes to go into the interview with. And more than anything, I feel like the class itself just gives them a great insight of, okay, when you're looking for a career, it actually is a job. You have to, that's the job that you do, is actually, you have to prepare for it, research for it, and really put yourself into a situation where you can achieve the career that you're looking and you're desiring to get. Once they complete that career training with our wonderful trainer, that's when we kind of go into and we get them either a work experience or a direct hire. If it's a work experience, we work with a lot of different employers around the Pasco County and Hernando County area, where we match them up with positions that can lead them to the pathways they're looking at. Because a lot of times our youth come in like Brandy and Brianna, they want their goal is to be nurses, but unfortunately we can't put them straight in nursing without having the education and other things that go along with it. So we put them in positions that can teach them more about clocking in, being on time, finding childcare, because that's a situation for transportation, things like that. You have to prepare yourself to be able to go into those things. And so throughout the process, we're helping them get to that point so they can eventually go out and land that nursing position that they achieve, or whatever the position may be.
Wow. Now talk to me about with employers that are out there that would want to help with job shadowing or internships or our actual employment. What do they do to plug into your program? How does that happen?
Honestly, they just reach out, depending on what area they're in. Right now, like I said, we service all of Pasco and Hernando, so we have different individuals that are representing those offices, but they can reach out to any one of us, and then we set up a time to come in and meet with them to kind of go over the structure of what it looks like. Our youth are allowed to work up to 30 hours per week, and we pay them a certain hourly amount, and that's for up to 180 hours total through the process. But to answer your question, they would just reach out to us and set up a time. We like to know exactly what type of positions they have available, so when we're out there recruiting, that we can find those youth that can match those positions. And then sometimes we create positions. We've had a lot of success recently where we partnered up with local cities and local city governments such as Zephyr Hills and other places like University of Florida Extension Office, where they've actually created opportunities for our youth, just not knowing that they had the need until we kind of talked about the type of things that our youth can do for them. And so now we have social media interns and other individuals that are fulfilling needs that they didn't even know they had. And so, again, we just need more information, or information, I should say, about what they're looking for, and then we can kind of give them more insight about what we can do for them.
Now, is there a fee for the company to pay? What's it cost them out of pocket?
No, absolutely not. The only thing that they need to do is just kind of maintain the overseeing of the youth while they're on site. We take care of the insurance requirements. We take care of all of the pay. The only thing that they would do is just kind of validate that the youth are there, whatever hours a day that they're saying they're going to be there. But there is absolutely no cost to the employer whatsoever.
Oh my goodness, what a deal. So if you've got a company out there, we've got young people that have gone through training, that are looking for some hands-on experience. It doesn't cost you a dime. All you got to do is reach out to Antwon, and he's got people that he wants to send your way. Obviously, I guess in some cases they would go through some sort of interview process to make sure everything clicks and everybody feels good about it. But how do they reach you, Antoine, if they're interested in that?
They can either reach me through phone call, 352-257-6504. And like I said, we also are representing the west side of Pasco. And that's we have Brittany Rodriguez, who covers that area. And her number is 727-484-3422. And then we also have Hernando, Katie Sturman, I'm sorry, I may be mispronouncing that name. I apologize. And her number is 352-251-7164. And just to
Okay,
follow
give me those three numbers again. Start with yours and do it real slow. I hate to sound like a game show host. And that number again.
I apologize. Would you like for me to put it in the chat box as well?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
How
That'll
about I
be
do
wonderful.
that?
Perfect.
And to go to your question about the interview process, I just want to make sure that I'm clarifying on this. So before they don't have to take an individual. Our goal is to make sure the individual is a great match for them. So before anyone has anyone to come on their site to actually work, we can offer a job shuttle first. And that's where they come out to interview and they kind of see what the position holds. Because we also want the youth to feel like they need to be there as well. We don't want the youth to feel like it's a forced position for them either. So they come out, they do an interview, they can do a job shadow. And then if it's not a good fit for either side, there is no obligation. You don't have to take anyone just because that happens. And then once they decide they want to move forward, then that's when we, send them back and they do the 30 hours at 100, at a total of 180 hours.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Wow. Well, that is just terrific. It really is amazing. So that's how companies reach you. Talk to me about how young adults or individuals learn about your program services. How do you find them, and how do you get the word out about what you're doing?
So there's a lot of different ways. First and foremost, we have flyers. We use social media right now. That's an incredible resource for everybody, including individuals that are looking and us as well to find individuals. We also partner up with a few different high schools where we're on site right now. We're currently doing some things with Wesley Chapel High School and Pasco High School. We're in talks with some locations over in West Pasco as well, and I'm sure we're looking to do it in Hernando as well. But there are some times when we're on the campus. The biggest thing about that is a youth cannot be enrolled in high school. So we work with the schools to make sure there are some youth that may have graduated a year or two prior that they have access to. And then there's some youth that are in a position where their school is just not working out for them. And we're working, with the schools to kind of first and foremost make sure there's no other way they can graduate, because obviously we know education is huge, so we don't want to deter anybody from moving forward in that direction. But when it comes a time when that youth may not be able to graduate, we kind of communicate with them and see, okay, well, what other options do you have? And so we meet up with high school students or students from time to time, and we just kind of discuss what our program can offer for them and other options. But more than anything else, it's really people like Brianna and Brandy, as they achieve the success and go through the process the way they do, and then they go out into communities and really be a representation of what we can do for individuals. That's more how we get, a majority of our people, because they know exactly what type of youth we're looking for, and they know what the program can do itself. So referral is a huge part of our recruitment process as well.
Word of mouth. That goes a long way, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, very good. Well, we're hoping that that this social media as well that we're going to create using this interview today, we'll get that out there on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and other places, LinkedIn, of course, and hopefully help identify some companies that might be interested in helping you, and identify some students that need some help. So
Thank you.
that is exciting. Well, talk to me about and this is just kind of on a personal level. I like for people like yourself, our leaders in the what I call Eckert Nation around the country. Talk about your journey. How did you get where you are? How did you develop this passion for helping young people?
I mean, like many other people, I'm a mixture of experiences. As you get to a certain age, you've been through some things, and you want to see people do things with their life. I had people around me at a young age that motivated me, and great parents and great structure around. As you mentioned before, I did have a little bit of a history with dealing with youth sports. And as I started that process, man, I just really love to see someone that would start at one level, and before it's all done, in at a complete different level. And so it just, it led me through the coaching, kind of led me towards this path. And I applied for a position and was interviewed by a staff that was just incredible. Every single person in the interview was almost motivating me in a certain way. And I was just trying to see how could I be a part of this incredible team. The leadership and everything around it was just, unbelievable. And so once I got hired in the position, I was able to just kind of for a while travel to the different offices and do my training, and I was just amazed by how, Hernando County, West Pasco, how they were doing these incredible things. And then obviously Dade City, it was just so much amazing opportunity within these offices. And I just thought the program could benefit a tremendous amount of people. And so, I was a resident of Wesley Chapel, and I just kept pleading with anyone that would listen. Let's look at other areas. And my supervisor, she's just an incredible person, and she heard me, and she took, because when you have a person like me that has so many ideas, you can't listen to probably every idea he may have. So she would take the what's important about what I was saying, and she would give me the support, and the team that we have. Everybody is just so supportive because, like I said, I'm a inquisitive mind, so I'm always trying to think about ways to improve things. But you had so many people around, our entire staff they have so many years of knowledge in this field, and they would give me their input. And after a while, we just kind of clicked and started working together, and we've just been able to influence so many different areas. We're now serving Zephyr Hills, Wesley Chapel, Dade City, Newport Richey, and a lot of cities in Hernando County that I don't know by individual names. But what led me to this path is just the ability to help, and to really motivate. I feel like I have that coming from a competitive standpoint where I want to see people succeed. I actually mention that to people a lot, all of our youth. My success is based off of your success. So I think that's what led me down this path, is just seeing when you see these young people actually reach that level, and they're excited and they're wanting to be here. I mean, Brianna is on the phone right now, and she's not feeling her best, but I could see in the call before we started that she's doing this on behalf of me. She wants to be there supporting me. So that's what makes me want to be there supporting them. And I guess that's what led me to that path.
Well, that's a really good segue. Why don't you introduce Brianna, who's on the phone with us, and Brandy, who's sitting right there behind you. So brag on these beautiful ladies a little bit, and let's get to the real people. The people on this call want to meet. They don't want to meet you or me. They want to
Okay,
meet
we're not
them.
important. We're not important. Well, I do want to say this before, and I'm definitely going to mention them, but I do want to give just a word out and a speaking for every single person in our program could be a success story. There is obviously these two young ladies are definitely shining stars in their own right. But every office, every single youth that we've come into contact with, I have so many success stories. I have so many people that reach out to us on a daily basis. They're achieving their high school dreams. They're getting their diplomas. They're getting their careers. But obviously, these two young ladies, starting with Brianna, I don't know how she'll tell the story, but I just remember the first time I met Brianna was one of my first couple of weeks of working with the company, and I saw this young lady pushing a stroller with 3 kids. And she came up to me and she asked about, hey, I heard you guys have a youth program. And I said, yes, we do. And she said, I told her a little bit about the program. And she said, well, right now I don't have childcare, but as soon as I get my childcare situation together, I'll reach back out to you. Now, normally when you come into contact with someone that does that, you don't hear back from them, and you hope that you can get them. And I tried to get her to come in and meet with us that day, but she didn't want to meet. And lo and behold, a few weeks later, she actually returned. And not only did she, enroll in the program, but she's kind of completed the program with flying colors. I think that her process was a unique process because when I met her, it was right before COVID hit. And so, we had to actually deal with COVID during her process of being in the program, and she still was able to achieve success with it. And I'm just every single week as I speak to her, I'm encouraged by how much I've seen her change, and not that there was anything that needed to be completely changed, but she was in the position that she could utilize the help that we were able to provide. And then with Brandy has just exceeded any expectation I could even have, because she was, from meeting her from the first time, she was able to complete her high school diploma within 2 weeks time. And honestly, the hardest thing for me with Brandy was just trying to get her to slow down a little bit, because once she started getting knowledge, she just would never, I mean, she would exceed every single expectation every time. And so, it's just important to me to showcase the respect and admiration I have for the both of them, because they're doing just such a great job.
Who do you want to go first, Brianna?
Yes, Brianna, we'll let Brianna go first, and she doesn't have to be on camera right now. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, when I met Antwon, I did not have any transportation. I did not have a high school diploma. I was unemployed. And I needed help with many difficult things. And when I met Antwon, he helped me get a high school diploma. I was in Penn Foster. He helped me get employed with Advent. I have gotten a car since then. I've owned 2 vehicles actually. And I'm employed with Advent Health. And I've gotten an apartment. And I've guaranteed this job for almost a year now.
That is so exciting. Hey, Brianna, walk me through this with this being a crazy COVID year. Um, how, 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 how did that make it? What were some of the challenges you had to face during this time period?
Well, actually, COVID came when I was getting my high school diploma. I was going to the office, I believe, 3 times a week, to do the work on the computer, which actually received a free laptop with the program. But when COVID came, I had to I had to take the laptop home and do all of my work at home. I wasn't able to go into the office. And actually, I have COVID right now, so another problem came where I'm not able to go in the office and do anything in person. So it does make
Well,
things a little bit more difficult.
yes, our prayers are with you. My wife and I both had COVID in July, and so uh, stay healthy, stay quarantined, and how far along are you in the process? How many days do you think?
I believe I found out I was positive on Thursday. I took the test Tuesday at my job last week. I think my quarantine ends. I'm thinking Sunday.
You're right at the part. It could be the hardest part. So thanks for joining us today. It says
Yeah,
something about your
I actually went
drive and
to
your
the hospital.
passion.
And she's being very modest throughout the entire process because, like I said, everybody was unsure of what to do when COVID first hit, and it just brings back a lot of memories. You know, my biggest part of my position is staying in contact and making a relationship where you can say, okay, look, when I call, even though everything is going on, I need you to answer because it's going to be an important call. And one of the things that Brianna did to impress me was she always answered. She was always there. You know, when she was having to do that work at home, having to do those things, she was still making sure she checked in. There was never a time throughout the process that she wasn't available. And you know, it was just such a unique situation to be in because no one expected or knew how long it would be. And for her to be getting her diploma through that process, you know, I commend her because that I don't know how I would have be able to handle it any different and definitely not better than what she did. So she's going to be modest because she's a modest person. They both are. But I just want, I want to make sure that it's put out there. She really went above and beyond to say, I'm going to complete this because, she did it. She had to do it on her own in certain ways.
Brianna,
And
thank
I
you
have no
so much.
childcare when the.
Go right ahead.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, Brianna.
Oh yes, I was just saying that I had no childcare when COVID hit also, so I had to get my high school diploma when I was home with my children. So it made it a little bit more difficult, but I got it done.
If you could give just one word of advice to another young person that's out there that's thinking about getting involved in the program, what would you share with them, Brianna?
That they definitely do need to get in the program, even if they think they can't accomplish anything. You can never say you can't. You can always do more than what you think you can. So the program definitely does help. I would tell anyone to get with Antwon to get in the program.
Very good. Yeah, I had a couple folks post already in the chat room wanting your email address, Antoine. So
I'm typing it right now. I'm sorry. I'm a little
uh,
slow. I'm trying to look at everything, but it'll be there shortly. I promise.
all right, very good. It's coming, folks. So, well, he's bragged on you, Brandy. And he set the bar real high. So, talk to me about your experience. How did this program help you, and really just how did this program help you, and where do you want to go next?
Well, coming into the program at the time, I hadn't worked over 2 years. I was an at-home mom due to having 3 kids, and none of them were in school at the time. I had no high school diploma, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to do something. I just didn't know where to start. And I got with a mutual friend, and I heard about the program, so I contacted Antoine, and we talked. And from the first us interacting, I knew that he believed in me, and I told him what I wanted to do, and he told me what I needed to do. I took the 1 week course, And then I enrolled into the Penn Foster to get my high school diploma, and I was determined to finish it. I was supposed to be studying, well, I studied at home, and then I would come to class and I would take the quiz, and I finished within 2 weeks. With finishing getting my high school diploma, I enrolled into a medical assistant class. That's when I said I was
So no rest for the weary. She's like, bam, bam, bam.
I didn't stop. I told him I didn't tell him until after I enrolled into the class that I did it. He was just like, "You need to slow down some." But I was determined to get to do. I know what I wanted to do, and I had my mindset to do it. So I've been in this medical assistant class for about 2 to 3 months now, and I'm 90% done. I really just have to do my internship, and I will be certified as a medical assistant. Moving forward, I would like to get into PHSC and obtain my actual RN degree. So that's what I'm working on right now.
I have no doubt you are going to do it, girl. No doubt.
And this program helped out a lot because there was a lot of things that we thought that we knew or we felt we knew, but we didn't know. So the 1 week class helped. And
What kind of things do they cover in that first week, Randy?
they teach you about resumes, um, interview questions, credit,
Yeah, a lot of those, we call those soft skills. I mean, how to interview, all that kind of stuff. If nobody teaches you, how are you supposed to know that stuff, right?
yes, that just those things that needed to be told to us when we were younger that I felt like they didn't teach us in school. So this program just helped reevaluate things a little bit. It actually helped out a lot. There's a lot of things that this program offers, and my advice to anyone would be to let them know that it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And if you have a goal or if you're needing someone, Antoine's your guy. He definitely he puts a lot of work and he's really considerate.
Aw.
He really is. That made me cry.
I tell you what, that's the quote of the day. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
It really is. It's never give up. If you just got to be self-motivated. And if you have that extra push behind you, that's always good. And that's what he was, our extra push.
Extra push. That is special. Well, Mr. Push, I tell you, I know we've got some friends and supporters on the call today. And, you know, we've talked to them many times about, success awards for scholarship assistance, different things that they can help with I would encourage both of these ladies, if they haven't applied, to apply for a success award. We have donors and supporters that help fund those. I can get you the details on that. But are there other things in addition to your contract that you guys need? Talk to me about, donors are on the phone. What would you like to say to them today? And it's kind of your chance to talk directly to some supporters.
Well, first and foremost, thank you for everybody who joined. This is amazing because more than anything, I want their stories to be talked about and I want them to be applauded because, everybody in life needs someone to believe in them. I feel like every single person that's in our program, that's what I try to do. I try to offer that in all of our offices, all of our career coaches, all of our workforce development coaches, all of our trainers, all of our supervisors. We believe in our youth. I mean, once even before they come into the program, we believe in them. But once they get into the program, we can show them how much we believe in them. So I applaud everyone who's joining this call. The biggest thing that we need is first and foremost is support. We need more people to know about the program. We need employers to look to hire individuals who are part of the program. And then obviously supporting Erica Connects as a whole. Because obviously we're under their umbrella. So everything that you give, anything that you can put forward to that will be a reflection of what we need. Obviously, we're the youth department. So if that's something you need to put, but more than anything, this is a team effort. Roy, again, I applaud you so much for doing this because to me, it's just about consistency and getting stories out. And the more people can see that what you're giving what you're putting towards, it's working. These young ladies are an example of it's working. And again, if you call me back next week, I'll have 2 more. And then after that, I'll have 2 more, and I'll have 3 more, and I'll have 4 more. Every single thing, every single day that I'm on my position, I'm going out and I'm finding the youth that need our assistance, and I'm making sure that we provide that to them. And there's multitudes of me. I'm not the only person that does this. Thankfully, I was able to have my face and my name put up there, but literally every office that we has a me, and they're doing the same job that I'm doing, and they're supporting their youth just the same. So more than anything, support Ecker Connects, because as a whole, as a company, this is just an amazing company to work for. I feel proud every single time I walk into a place and I can represent such a caring company. And like I was talking to young ladies before we got on the phone, my success is showing them or having them be successes. I just love the fact that they're able to sit up here and do this confidently when I know they're nervous, when I know that they don't like to talk in front of people, and I know that, but they believe in what we've done together so much that they're able to sit here on this phone call and say what they're saying. If you don't want to support anything else, just support that. These are single moms with children that are going to be inspired by what their mothers are doing at this very moment. They are living the history that their kids will be able to talk about and say, hey, my mom did this, my mom achieved this. And so, I have children at home, like you mentioned earlier. So, I want to be an inspiration for them, and I want to help individuals just like Brandy, just like Brianna, and just like all of the youth that sign up for this program. We want them all to leave out of this successful. Hernando just graduated an entire, I think, a class of 12 last week, 12 individuals who achieved their high school diploma, who worked at a position with construction for a few months, and now 12 individuals in Hernando County are going to go make a difference. So, as I said before, just continue to support Eckerd, because Eckerd is doing amazing things in this community, and we're appreciative of your opportunity, Roy. I really am.
Well, we're part of a great team, and we are so appreciative of Career Source, what you, the team, are doing. I mean, you're changing lives. You're breaking the cycle of poverty. You're giving young people a real opportunity to step up and do something. I mean, when I see beautiful young ladies like this who were in a tough position, some of these kids homeless, and now they've got cars and they have apartments, and they've got childcare taken care of, and working a full-time job, and going back to college. That is so exciting. It truly is transformational. And I always like to remind folks. I mean, our Success Award scholarships, they don't go to pay my salary. They don't go to pay for our overhead. Every dollar you give to Success Award scholarships goes directly to the kids. And so I just want to encourage you, if you're listening today, right now, and this won't go on forever, but we have a foundation that is doing a 2-to-1 matching gift. The average scholarship award right now is about $1,500, and so again, if you funded one of those, they're going to fund 2 more. Maybe $1,500 is too much. Maybe you can only do 500 or 1,000 or 100, whatever you could give. Please, please, please come alongside these kids, come alongside this program, and help them achieve their goals, and help them continue to transform lives. I am so honored to be on this call with these 3 very special people today. And Brianna, I just wanted to give you a chance. Anything else you want to say to folks before we open it up for questions?
No, that was all. Thank you.
You ain't getting nothing more, Roy. Sorry.
I'm trying to pull it out. Frank, how about you? How about you? Anything else?
You got something you want to say? I'm sure, Brianna. Come on. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
You told me they were a little shy.
There's nothing else I want to say. Yes, I am a little shy, and I was very nervous. Will still am.
Well, I just want to assure you, you did a wonderful job, and I am inspired today because of what you shared, and thank you so much. And I do want to encourage you to get with Antwon and apply for a Success Award scholarship, because we want to help you with that. Brandy, anything else you'd like to say?
No, but I am open to questions.
Oh, really? You better be careful.
Yes.
Well, with that, any questions? We've got staff, program directors on the call with us, supporters on the call with us. Anybody have questions for our team? Come on, shout it out. Everybody's always shy to share.
I have a question.
Please.
Hi, I'm Yvonne Martinez. I work at PEMS in Pinellas County. I'm not sure what county you guys are from. Is it Hillsborough or?
No, we're actually Pasco and Hernando County.
Okay, got you. Let me write that down. Okay, that was what I wanted to find out. Okay, that's good to know. Sometimes I have clients that are over there and we can't actually assist them because we have to assist people in our own county. So if you could in your chat put your information, Mr. Gilden, that'll be awesome. I could always refer them to you. How's that?
Thank you so much. And my phone number and my email address are in there. If you need anything else, please just send me an email. Whatever information you need, I can send you out a flyer about our program. Whatever you need from us. Yes, fantastic.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Hey,
tuning in.
girlfriend, you keep going because you're going to be a big inspiration for younger women, okay?
Thank you.
You do you for you and your children. I applaud you. You're
Yes, ma'am.
resilient. You're going to go somewhere. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll probably be my doctor when I hit 70 or 80. Hey, you never know, right?
Never
You
know.
know,
That's
seeing
right.
these two ladies today, young moms. I mean, what an inspiring thing before Mother's Day here, huh? It just
Oh,
touched my heart.
yes.
And you know what you ladies are doing. You know, it's Yvonne makes such a wonderful point that it is inspiring other young ladies just like you to you prove it can be done. You can step up and be great providers for your children, and you're already a great role model. You're already a great leader, and just keep going. That is so exciting.
And it's not where you've been, it's where you going.
I wrote that down. That's going on Facebook. Can I quote you, Randy?
Yes.
Hashtag it's not where you've been, it's where you're going. Is that how we're
That's
going to do
right.
it?
That's
right.
it today. That's going to be all over Eckerd Connect social media. So thank you so much.
And Roy, I want to make sure too that we mentioned there's a lot of individuals that have helped us along this way. Life Community Center, West Chapel High School, Pasco High School, the City of Zephyr Hills, University of Florida Extension Office. Those are just some to name a few. Any companies out there, if you want to look at and see what we can do together, those companies in particular are companies that have linked with us recently, and we've really been able to showcase what this program can do. Rad Sports Complex out in Wiregrass. Every one of those individual locations have done different things, from giving us space to host the class in, to just providing all type of resources that we can utilize. Wheels for Success is another program that we're looking to do some things with in the near future, because a lot of times transportation needs are a huge thing that we have an issue with. We're currently trying to get Brianna through that program to kind of help her solidify to have a vehicle that can take her to and from, so they're not restricted in a certain area of where they work at. So all of those type of programs, the Housing Authority, I mean, there's just so many different programs that we collaborate with and come up with different opportunities too. And that's just in my area. I'm sure that the other offices have similar relationships that they like to, think as well. So for any of you that have helped us in any way, I applaud you and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Well, listen, next Wednesday, I want to remind you to join us at noon here at Wednesday Lunch and Learn. Daryl Hand from Project Bridge is going to be presenting one of our newest partners, an organization called Noble, the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement. Officer Tanya Smith will be with us. So join us next week as we explore this new partnership. Again, Antwon, Brianna, Brandy, thank you so much. You rocked it today. You did wonderful work. We appreciate you, and I know our supporters do too. So thank you, everybody. We appreciate you. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Mr.